Really proud of our guys, especially with Jonah and Eli out. A lot of guys stepped up throughout the course of the game. Obviously, Donnie and Bryce, from a scoring standpoint, particularly, were outstanding. At the same time, there's so many little plays throughout the game that led to the victory. Thought checking on Marvin, guys who hadn't played early in the year much, gave us such valuable minutes late and in overtime and beyond. And really proud of our guys. You know, we preach keep working every day, and we're going to keep getting better. I think we've seen that here and something we can build upon. I learned as a coach tonight that we're much better in double overtime than regular overtime. So what I'm going to try to do is revamp our philosophy coaching-wise and make sure that we play even in overtime because we're undefeated in double.
How hard was it, knowing that you were limited in guards, to try and make sure that you kind of kept guys fresh throughout, but had the guys that you had to have out there on the floor?
Yeah, it was important. I mean, I think our guys are, like I said, we work really hard. I think our guys have put the time in. We've practiced and worked through those things, so I think they're ready for these moments. And it was really important. When they're pressing the entire game, you've got to handle that pressure. You've got to have poise. You've got to have resiliency, and then you've got to get organized offensively. A lot of guys that were in spots they haven't been in their career, and they stepped up in a big way.
Bryce hit a shot at the end of regulation to send it into overtime. What did you see from him particularly tonight? And I guess also, what was behind the decision to insert him into the lineup with Elijah out? Why was he the guy?
Yeah, I think, with Bryce, as a sophomore, we've seen glimpses and moments from him. I think tonight's the first time he played a really complete game. I think his rebounding effort, if he'll rebound it that way, 14 rebounds, 5 on the offensive end, I think everything else will come to him, and I think the points came to him because his tenacity on the glass. And so I think he gives us somebody that's another guy that can score the ball, helps take some of that load off Amari, so he's not doing as much heavy lifting, and just really proud of him for answering the call.
To get that first Mountain West win out of the way now with 3 weeks before you pick up conference play, how important is that so you can now go work on things before the first of the year?
Yeah, it's big. I think, we haven't had much practice time at all. We've had such a stretch of games. I'm not sure that there's a whole lot of teams in the country that have played the amount of games we have in the period of time that we've played them. So I think right now we've got to get our guys off their feet. We've got to get ready for BYU. Then we have that break. We'll be able to spend a lot of time preparing not only for conference play, but the 3 games we have leading into league play. I know our guys are excited to get back to the practice floor. I'm a teacher. I love being in there, and I think we can continue to improve and grow as a group. So excited for that opportunity after the BYU game.
Early thoughts on BYU on Saturday?
They're a tremendous offensive ball club, and they just got Yoli Childs back tonight. I didn't see the final score. I know they were leading throughout the game. They're very skilled. They shoot it well, and he's a tremendous inside threat. They're a really gifted offensive team, and we're going to have to be very intentional defensively on the things we want to take away. Going to have to do a great job guarding the three-point line. They're one of the better three-point shooting teams in the country, and handle Childs inside. It's a heavy task, but I know our guys are up for the challenge.
First, about how big of a win is it for this team to get the first win in the conference and to do it in overtime, something you guys haven't done so far this year?
It means a lot of confidence to the team and things. We celebrated, of course, but right now it's on to the next game. We proved the ability that we can finish games. We're going to continue to do that in the future.
Did you feel with Eli out that you were going to have to take a little bit of that scoring that he would normally give and take that over?
Coach showed me all year to be aggressive and things. I think I just said this is upon me. I don't take it personal and things. I wanted to win, and that was all. Left it all on the court.
Coach has said that winning close games is kind of a team-wide mentality more than it is like X's and O's. Do you feel like you guys did anything differently, or what was the difference between winning this one and not winning some of the others?
I think it was just defensively. That's all, getting stops and boarding, making them miss. Offensively we can talk all day, but it was defensive getting stops.
Early thoughts on BYU Saturday?
You already know. Can't wait to play against them and things. I think a Utah team just won against them too, so that's exciting. So we up next.
With Yoli Childs back, obviously you know a little bit about him from
I know Yoli pretty well.
So how tough is he to contend with in a game?
It's hard to contain him. He's a beast. He steps out, he can shoot it. He got a little finesse to his game and things. He's an excellent big. He might get WAC Player of the Year. But I think we're going to do a good plan and defend him and things. Then we got Blockade, Check, the Vitalis. I think we have a good plan to guard him for a lot of size.
Can a big win like this on the road carry over? How can it carry over for this team moving forward?
I think it was just proving to ourselves that we can do it. That's all. Been tough. We've been in so many overtime games, and this just gives us confidence to keep going.
Good. Thank you.
What do you think was the difference between winning and losing tonight?
You know, we've been in these situations before, so, you know, what we had to go through, had to do to get this dub.
Take us through the end of regulation and your shot that went off the glass there to tie it up.
I knew that we need a 2-point game, so I was just trying to get the tie, just go to overtime, get the best shot for us.
What does it say about this team to be down Eli? Obviously, not a lot of guys guard-wise position, and still be able to grit out a win here on the road.
You know, it's huge. You know, a lot of our players, you know, we stepped up, including me and Donnie. You know, we had Mark come in, get big minutes for us. Nick, you know, we just stepped up, and, you know, we just got the good win.
Marvin hit a big three-pointer right before your steal. What can you say about him stepping up in that moment, in that shot?
You know, Mars, he's a hard worker. You know, he's been ready for these moments, and, you know, he came out, he played well today.
There was a play where, I think it was in the first overtime, where you were trapped in the corner on an inbounds pass with, I think, like 2 seconds left to get it across half court, and you threw it to half court, and Tillman was there. Did you see him there, or were you just flinging that up just to beat the clock?
Yeah, I seen him there. I seen him wide open, so I just tried to throw it over so we could get him on time.